When you're remodeling your bathroom, here's some simple and important guidelines to follow when measuring your space. The first thing you want to do when measuring your space is to draw an outline of the walls. The next step after drawing the outline of the room is to add the fixtures and their locations. In this case, the vanity with its double bowl sink, the tub shower unit indicating the plumbing or valves that come through the wall, the toilet area, the linen closet, and I would also mark the door and a window if there was one. When measuring your space, you want to make sure you capture the overall corner-to-corner dimension as well as the individual wall spaces, measuring from the corner to the trim and then from outside trim to outside trim on a window or a door. Once you've measured, you want to indicate on your plan exactly and clearly what the dimensions are. You've got your overall dimensions, in this case it's 86 1/2, and then you want to indicate clearly the dimensions from the wall to the door trim and the door trim for the full width of the door so that you know exactly what it is. In this case, 33 inches for the door and 30 1/8 inch for my wall space. It's important to make sure that you get your ceiling dimension as well. When measuring your vanity sink area, one of the first dimensions you need is from the wall to the center line of the faucet, in this case 15 inches. The next thing to consider is where the drain lines and water supplies come in under the sink. You want to look to see if they're coming through the wall or through the floor, which will help dictate what kind of cabinet you have, and you want to get the outside dimension from the outside of that water line over to the wall to check for clearances for drawers you might want to incorporate in your new vanity. After measuring the dimension for the center line for the faucet, I'm going to indicate that on here clearly as 15 inches, and then our underneath dimension for the water lines I'm going to indicate here, and that was at 26 inches from the wall. When considering a medicine cabinet, you want to make sure you take the dimensions from the inside of the medicine cabinet so that you're getting a stud-to-stud measurement and know what size cabinet to order. A couple of things to remember when you're measuring your toilet location. We want to get the center of the flange. In that case, you need to measure from the wall to the center of this bolt, which gives you a measurement of the flange opening from the wall to the center. Also to remember is to measure the center line of the toilet to the wall adjacent to it. That's going to give you the center of the flange again, and you need a minimum of 15 inches from the center of the flange to any wall or other obstacle. When measuring a tub or a shower, you want to get both the width and the depth of the shower. Make sure that you're getting the dimension of the tub itself and also of the valve location from the wall to the center. And keep in mind that the tile has a depth as well that you want to account for. Another thing that you want to keep in mind and to take dimensions of is the height of the tile on the wall, whether it's in a shower area or if you have tile that comes up the wall in the bathroom. Make sure you locate the center of the drain, whether it's left or right or center in your tub or shower. Now you want to make sure that you capture all your information about HVAC, electrical, and vent fans, indicating locations of light fixtures, switches, HVAC vents, and fan. Finally, you want to consider the space as a whole. Look for any loose tiles or water damage that you might want to make sure your contractor is aware of. You also want to think outside the space. What's underneath? Which way do the floor joists run in case you want to move some plumbing or electrical lines, and what's possibly above the space. And also indicate where your electrical panel box is. That's important information for the electrician to have. Finally, make sure you take lots of pictures of your space. There's nothing better to help communicate with your contractor or your designer than a photograph.